Oh man, I've been waiting a long time for this. Bring in Tarzan Boy. Hey guys, it's the PODCASTU, bring you Kamen Rider Amazon Season 2, Episode 1. Yes, the second season. Ooh, man. I'm really excited about this one. In fact, funny enough, little anecdote before we get into the actual review. I wasn't even aware that it was coming out when it came out. I was just kind of hyped that it was happening. I didn't actually keep up with the whole release schedule. But it's out now. We got the first episode, and a whole lot of shit happened. First things first, not as long as the original first episode. Yeah, the original one was about close to 50 minutes, I believe, almost an hour. This one was only 39 minutes. Still pretty long, though, especially for a web exclusive. But, let's start off with the beginning, because that's where everything should start off. It starts off like a really weird horror movie, actually. We see, the strike force for Amazons coming in, taking a child that was covered in blood. You got all this weird music and shit. It's playing off like a freaky horror movie at this point. We then find out that they find this kid who was raised by Amazons called Chihiro. I'm going to call him Hiro. Because that's going to be the easiest thing for me. Because if I say Chihihi, it's going to sound like I'm just making a weird laugh. So, Hiro. So we find out Hiro was more than likely raised by Amazons. He's a feral child. Have you ever heard of what those are? They're very interesting, actually. But he's a feral child, and we fast forward about what? I'm not even really sure. Like 6. The kid looked like he's about 12 when they actually like put him in this cage. And when he's out, he looks more like around 18, 19, probably maybe pushing it to 20, around there. So we'll just say he's 20 right now. And he's there sitting around having a daydream about, I'm guessing, his mother. And over the intercom, you hear some of his friends, or at least we think are his friends, or these delinquents called Team X. We don't actually have names for every single one of them just yet, and if they do, remember, first episode back in, I'm not going to remember all the names right out of the way. It's going to take a bit. So, yeah. We see them all together. Basically, they're part of an Amazon hunting group, because apparently Amazons are now just, they're public knowledge. They're public knowledge pretty much now. I guess they're kind of like the underground public knowledge that people know that they're there, but they haven't actually, acknowledged them in the government. So, whatever. They're hunting Amazons, and how they do this is they go around messing with Amazons, especially because Hiro has like a special nose. It's basically a radar for Amazons. He smells them out, he goes and fights them. Still don't know where he got his belt though. In fact, a lot of the equipment in the season, we don't know exactly where they came from, because they're all basically new. Like, it's none of this like ancient looking belt now. Like, the belts don't look like the original Amazon belt anymore. And the arm bracelets or the armbands don't look like the actual armbands anymore. It's crazy. It's basically all brand new. So, great. They go off. They beat up the Amazon. Hiro is showing off some of his new moves. New suit. Kamen Rider Amazon Neo. Neo looks really awesome. I love that suit. Showing off some of the belt. The belt looks really cool, too. I'm going to say that right now. Not too much of a fan of the voice for the belt, though. It's kind of that generic, like, weird robotic Neo. I don't really like that. It's kind of weird to me. But I digress. That's neither here or there. That doesn't take away from the fact that, A, the fight scenes seem to have gone way fucking better in this fucking show. And B, the suit and the belt look so good. So good. So, basically, they're fighting off the Amazons. They're killing them. While we're also getting another scene with the Strike Force. It's not the original Strike Force, no. Pretty much we're kind of, confirmed that all of them are disbanded. Yeah, except for 2 people that you might actually be surprised are there. One is Haruka's old girlfriend. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, I'm sorry. But they give her the name EU, so I'm going to call her EU from now on. It sounds like I'm saying PU. Mature. But yeah, EU's there. And Snipe Boy. Yes, Snipe Boy. I'm gonna call him Snipe Boy for the rest of the time, because I know he has a real name. I know the name, but I'm gonna call him Snipe Boy because that's what I called him back then. So I'm gonna call him now. So Snipe Boy and EU are there, along with this completely new crew. Can't remember the guy with the other glasses with the ponytail, but I do know the main guy's name is Kurosaki. I know that for sure because I can remember that. Really weird dude. He's kind of like an eccentric, but he's kind of just more laid back and willing to kill anything. And you'll notice that the strike team now aren't as covert as they used to be. They're more, well, actually, they're way more aggressive than they used to be. Just going in, just wrecking house on Amazons. And you might be wondering, why are they, going so far with this? Well, it turns out there's a new strain of Amazon. They're called etiogenic cells, I believe. That basically, it means the Amazon virus or Amazon cells are contagious now. So pretty much anyone can become an Amazon, which is why Haruka's old girlfriend is now an Amazon. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, they show you injecting that shit into her. It's really, really weird, man. I don't exactly know how it happened, but it's fucking weird. I'm guessing it's around the same way that Jin turned himself into an Amazon, just injecting himself with cells until it happened. I'm guessing it's around that. But yeah, after all that, we get more explanation. Oh, we also get Maki. Yeah, we get Dr. Maki back. So it's always a good thing to see him back. Always good. We get to see him back. We get a little bit more about Kurosaki, that he has kind of like a head thing that he takes pills for. Probably find out what that's about later on. And then we get a scene with Hiro and his buddies. Basically, they hunt Amazons for money. Like, they have, like, a YouTube channel or some bullshit like that. They have about 5 million subscribers. By the way, I don't know how the government doesn't get them on that, but alright. They make money off of that, and they live in a cafe, refurbished cafe or something, owned by none other than the original chief. Yeah, the original chief from Amazons. I don't know how it happened, but like I said, they're all pretty much disbanded, and some of them have gone to different things. So the chief basically owns a fucking, I guess, apartment, pretty much. But yeah, basically that happens. They have a little bit of a squabble, and we find a bit more that Chihiro basically left the Amazon containment base, and they found him like a stray dog, and they took him in. So, kind of weird there. It's kind of weird, but they're going to explain it more, obviously, as the show goes on. Obviously. Remember, first episode of the second season. Then we get around the final scenes. We have... I will say this, though. I'm going to say this before anything. This entire episode was pretty much shot and made to be almost as uncomfortable as possible. Like, there's almost no bright colors, no vibrancy. It's just all dull grays, blues. It's just really, really awkward. Like, really just uncomfortable. And that's what they're going for, obviously. Like, it was to the point where really the only vibrant thing was either the Amazon suit, like Neo, or the blood. And the blood was kind of bright, so it stood out between all that. It was, like I said, it made you feel uncomfortable, and it was really cool. So we move to the scene where you see a man and a woman about to be married. They turn around. They say the woman's a man. They see the woman's an Amazon. Turns into an Amazon. Cut to black. Chihiro's going over there to the church because he smells it. They go up, and we find this horrific scene with her eating everybody. Like, seriously, it's just horrific. It looks like Tom Savini came in for this shit. It's crazy. So, all this horrificness. Chihiro turns into Neo, start fighting, and this is where the fight scenes just take a whole step up. Like, seriously. Just really, really, really cool fight scene. From there, we see he's fighting, and now we get Iu. Yes, Iu now becomes the Amazon. She is an Amazon. Not an Amazon rider, just an Amazon. So she gets into the fray. They're all fighting. Boom, kills the bride Amazon. Boom, you think that's over. But no, Chihiro's kind of has this weird sense of wow, I've never met another woman or another person who was an Amazon who didn't just want to eat people. This is crazy. Though we find out early on that EU doesn't actually feel or know anything. Like, she doesn't actually acknowledge anything, pretty much. She's kind of just like a husk of a person at this point. They're going to explain that a bit more later, I believe, but whatever. Then, as soon as that shit happens, we get 3 more people. So yes, it was a bridal party of Amazons. and they start fighting. Yu goes in, blah blah blah. Cut to credits. New song, Daiset Down, which is basically Daisetsudan, and that's it. I'm pretty sure I left out so much, but god damn it, it was so much fun. Preview, by the way, we see it. They do this. They do kind of like the same thing what they did with season 1, where they kind of just quick shot everything. But even here is even worse so. But basically, quick shotting, everything's happening. We're gonna learn more about Chihiro, and I guess his friends are gonna die or something. And then at the end, Haruka, yes, he come back next episode. So original Amazons, Amazon. Is it Alpha or Omega? No, it's Omega. Yes, it's Omega. How could I forget that? Yeah, but original Amazons, Omega comes back for next episode, titled Orphan. So yes. My God, that was a lot. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? But yeah, pretty much. Episode was great. I can't wait till season 3, to episode 2. That's gonna be awesome. Haruka's coming back finally. Like I said, I freaking love it. First thoughts on Chihiro. Very interesting guy. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm pretty sure Chihiro's gonna be like the face the entire time. I think Haruka's more of a tweener. He's not really a full-on villain. Maybe he is. I'm not completely sure. I think Jin's still the full-on villain, though. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So, as always, I am Agent Really PODCASTU. If you like what you saw, heard, and or experienced on the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. See ya.